Hello everyone, we are going to start a topic that is 11th chapter of class 10 NCERT, trigonometry. So trigonometry is formed from two words. They are trigono plus metry, and trigono means triangle whereas metry means measurement. Okay, so in general we have an example. Let's say there is a ladder which is placed against a wall, and this is a ground. Okay, so if we place so the and let's say if we join these lines, thus we'll get a shape of right angle triangle. Let's move further. Here is a line, and let's say if this ladder is replaced with another ladder, and with change in distance, thus you'll find there is an angle change in angle as when compared to earlier angle. Thus this angle is known as theta. Let's say name it as theta, and the triangles which are formed, they are similar to right angles. Thus trigonometry is, to be precise, it's all about right angle triangle, either the measure of a side or even an angle. So it always deals about right angle. So what actually right angle triangle is, let's try to discuss here. As you have gone through your you have studied in your earlier classes about right angle. So right angle triangle, it has a property that one angle should be 90 degree, and this angle, okay, other two angles could be acute angle, and even it has to follow the Pythagoras principle, that is hypotenuse square is equals to adjacent square plus opposite side square. Same, if you can recall those things, the topic will be easier for you. Yes, but there is a new addition about angle, that is theta, and to name it to name the angle, we are naming it as theta. So whatever the side that is opposite, that is directly opposite or in front of this, is known as opposite side, and the side which is opposite to the angle is, or the side which is adjacent is known as adjacent side, and the longer side is always known as hypotenuse side. Yes. So you may think that only this side will be opposite. No, that's wrong perception. So even you can have your angle over here, and the angle which is directly in front of the given angle is known as opposite angle, and the one which is adjacent to is known as adjacent angle, and the longer side is known as hypotenuse. Okay, so it's all about, and do remember, if you miss this one, so you may not understand the earlier one, sorry, the later one. So do try to go through this particular point twice or thrice, only then you'll understand. Let's move further. Yes, so you have a question from my side. Let's say, as we have seen over there, here there is angle, here there is angle. So if there is a angle we have made at C, so this AB will be opposite, and if let's say I have made at A, so BC will be opposite. But what if I made an angle over here? Let's say I have considered angle over here, so will this be opposite? No. So never, because we never take angle at the right angle. Okay, so do remember. Next, this is a given triangle, that is ABC actually, and do remember, we have to write the we have to give the naming in a series, that is A B C. Similarly, you could see ABC. Okay, so the right angle could be at any of the given, but we have to follow the series. So my question is, as I have placed the angle over here, so you have to tell that what is the opposite side, what is the adjacent, and what is hypotenuse. Similarly, if I have placed over here, so you have to tell what is opposite, what is adjacent, and what is hypotenuse. Let's move further. Now comes trigonometric identities, and trigonometric ratios. Okay, we'll study in exercise 2, that is 11.2. Okay, so let's try to understand the terms which are the base of trigonometry. Thus we have started with the right angle triangle. So this is opposite, this is adjacent, and this is hypotenuse. If you are well aware of this, so half of the trigonometry is done. So let me tell you how. We have few parameters. The first is sine theta. So sine theta, why sine theta was introduced? The reason is, if there is a geometry like this, that is similar to right angle, and let's say if you know hypotenuse and if you know adjacent, so you can easily find opposite. But if you know this angle and if you know hypotenuse, and if you want to measure find the height of this opposite side, so you can easily find using this parameter, that is sine theta is equals to opposite side by hypotenuse. Next, we have the second parameter, that is related to, let's say if the angle is given and hypotenuse is given, and if you want to find the adjacent, then cos theta is equals to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Whereas the third parameter, even there are other three parameters which we'll discuss in our later classes. So the third parameter, it tells about if adjacent is given, angle is given, and if you want to find the opposite, so you can take the help of tan, and tan theta is equals to opposite side by adjacent side. So you may be wondering that from where this theta came. So theta is our consideration. If you will consider from here, so theta opposite to theta will be this one, and adjacent will be this. Let's say if you have considered theta over here, so opposite will be this and adjacent will be this. But this will remain as it is, that is opposite by hypotenuse, adjacent by hypotenuse, opposite by adjacent for tan theta. And do let me remind you something, that tan theta equals to sine theta by cos theta. You can ask how. So sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse, okay, and cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. Thus if you'll put if you'll divide sine theta divided by cos theta, so here hypotenuse and hypotenuse gets cancelled, and you're left with opposite side by adjacent side. So this is about trigonometric ratios. Okay, let's move further and try to go with the sides, name of the side. So sine a, let's say instead of theta we are using a. So sine a is known as sine a, sine b, whatever, sine theta. So the property will remain same, that is opposite by hypotenuse. So what is the opposite of a? That is bc. So we are writing bc, and then hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the longest side. Then we have cos theta. So cos theta is nothing but adjacent by hypotenuse, that is AB by, so where is adjacent, that is AB, and here is the hypotenuse. Next we have tan theta. So tan theta, yeah, do remember always we have to use small t. Okay, so tan A equals to opposite by adjacent, that is BC by AB. Okay, similarly try with angle C. So try with angle C for the three, that is what is opposite side and what is hypotenuse for sine C and cos C, same. Okay, now this will become adjacent and this will become hypotenuse. Okay. So give a try, and if you don't get, so let me know in the comment section. Next we have multiplicative inverse. So what actually multiplicative inverse is? It is the quite opposite of these three parameters, the base parameters, that is sine a. So what is meaning of sine a? Sine a is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse. So inverse of sine a, that is hypotenuse by opposite. So for this we have an assigned assigned parameter, that is cosecant a, cosec a, or cosec theta. If you are naming this angle as a, so you have to tell 1 by cosec. Thus Sin A equals to cosec 1 by cosec A. Thus sin A into cosec A equals to 1. So you'll understand when we'll prove it. So let's try to prove this. So sin A is BC by AC. So why BC by AC? Because sin A is nothing but opposite by hypotenuse, whereas cosec is quite opposite of this, that is hypotenuse by opposite, thus AC by BC. And if we multiply, then we have to get 1. So let's try to find out, and we'll see that if we are getting 1 or not. So what is sin A? Sin A is nothing but BC by AC. So here we have written BC by AC. And what is cosec? That is AC by BC. So BC gets cancelled, AC gets cancelled, and we are left with 1. This is about the first one, first multiplicative inverse. Let's move forward with the second multiplicative inverse, that is secant A. So secant A is opposite of cos A, thus cos A into secant A is equals to 1. Okay, and cos A is adjacent by hypotenuse, thus AB by AC. Okay, and secant A will be hypotenuse by adjacent, thus it is AC by AB. Why not BC? Because BC is opposite one. Thus cosec A into secant A equals to 1. That is AB by AB, AB by AC and AC by AB. So AB gets cancelled, AC gets cancelled, and we are left with 1. Let's move on to the third multiplicative inverse. So as we have seen, the third basic one is tan, and tan equals to opposite by adjacent. Thus tan A, to be precise, we are saying, so tan A is nothing but opposite, that is BC by AB, and the opposite of this is cot A, that is 1 by cot A. Thus tan A into cot A we have to get 1. So BC by AB and AB by BC. So BC by AB and AB by BC. Okay, so here BC and BC gets cancelled, AB and AB gets cancelled, and we are left with 1. This is all about your trigonometric ratios. Then we move on to the example 1, and after this we'll move on to the exercise part. So why I have included examples? Because most of you just go through the exercise part and you just skip the example. So from that there might be a chances that you may lose your marks. So please don't skip the exercise part. And even if you'll go through the exercise, even if you'll go through example, so you'll get much more idea about the exercise questions, and I'll tell you why. Yes, so the first example is given. This is a given triangle, and in the given triangle AB is 4 and BC is 3 and AC is 5. So always do remember, moreover it is all about the right angle triangle, and right angle triangle means it has to follow the Pythagoras theorem. So let's try to check that AB square plus BC square is equals to AC square or not. So AB square is 4, 4 square is 16, and BC square is 9. So 16 plus 9 gives rise to 25, and root over 25 is nothing but 5. Yes, so thus it is following Pythagoras theorem. So here you have to find all the parameters, that is sine, cos, cosecant, secant, cot. Okay, so let's find. Sin A equals to opposite by hypotenuse. So what is opposite side of sin A? That is 3. So 3 by 5. What is cos A? So cos A is nothing but adjacent by hypotenuse, that is 4 by 5, as it is we have written. Next it comes to cosecant. So cosecant is nothing but inverse of sine. Thus we can easily write 5 by 3, or even you can write hypotenuse by opposite, that is 5 by 3. Next is secant A. Secant A is nothing but 1 by cos A. So 1 by cos A is nothing but hypotenuse by adjacent, that is 5 by 4. Next is cot A. Okay, so cot A is 1 by tan A. Thus adjacent by opposite, as tan A is already given 3 by 4. So quite opposite of 3 by 4 is 4 by 3. This is about your first example, and I have not included the second example. The reason is it is from the topic of similar triangles, so over there you'll find the same, and I'll let you know why it is included in trigonometry. Because the reason is if two triangles are similar, then their angles should be similar, and there is a concept of angle in trigonometry, so that is the reason why it is included. So I'll tell you, I'll explain you that example when we'll discuss the triangles chapter, that is similar triangles. Let's move on to the third example. That is it is given as, consider a triangle PQR. So this is a triangle PQR, right angled at R. Okay, so right angle, it means 90 degree at R, in which PQ, so this is PQ, PQ is 29, QR is 21, and angle PQR. So angle PQR is nothing but always the middle angle is considered. So here Q means angle Q is theta. Okay, so from here we have to find, we have to use that this is the opposite, this is adjacent, and this is hypotenuse. Okay, so find the values of cos square theta plus sin square theta, and cos square theta minus sin square theta. Thus if as PR is not given, so what we will do, we'll just apply Pythagoras theorem, that is PQ square plus PQ square equals to PR square plus QR square. Thus 29 square equals to PR square plus 21 square, and 29 square is nothing but 841 minus 441 equals to PR square, and PR square is equals to 400. Thus PR is nothing but 20 we get, and once we get 20, so cos square theta, so from here we have to consider this cos theta. So what we'll get, let's see here, cos theta is nothing but adjacent by hypotenuse, that is 21 by 29. Similarly sin theta, that is 20 by 29, as it is we have written, and then we have to replace the values, that is cos square theta plus sin square theta. So instead of cos square theta, just replace it by 21 by 29, and you will get square of 21 is 441 and square of 29 is 841. Thus sin square theta is nothing but 20 by 29 square, that is 400 by 814, and if you'll add, so you will get 441 plus 400 divided by 841, that is 841 by 841, and it is 1. So this is one of the identities of trigonometry. Do remember, you may get in your exam, that is cos square theta plus sin square theta is always equals to 1. Yes, and next we have the second one, that is cos square theta minus sin square theta, and what it is, let's see. As we have already got these parameter values of these parameters, that is 21 by 29, and sin theta is nothing but 20 by 29. Thus simply substitute, and you'll get 441 by 841, and sin theta as 400 by 841. Thus cos square theta minus sin square theta is nothing but 441 minus 400, that is 41, and in the given example you'll find the negative term, so no, it is not 400 minus 441, it is 441 minus 400, because cos theta is nothing but 21 by 29. So please correct in your textbooks if you would follow, and that is all about the exercise problem, and this example problem and the exercise problem we'll see in the next video. Thank you.